information buzzing through our brains, and we will not let our hearts forget the most important thing. It's love, 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 love. It's all about love, 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 love. Everything else comes down to this. Nothing any higher on the list than love.
Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Welcome. We are still currently in cycle 15 and today we are on cycle day 14. So yes, this is ovulation week. It's like preparing for a test. You know, you study, and then you have a week, and then, you know, that's how I feel. So far this cycle has been okay. I still have the insomnia, and I don't know where that's coming from, but I hope it gets better. So I really do honestly believe that I ovulated on Saturday because I had extremely egg white cervical mucus early in the morning. And so I don't know. And I know I said that I was not going to use OPKs, and people keep asking me, why didn't you use OPK? Why didn't you use OPK? Why didn't you use OPK? Fine. If we don't conceive this cycle, next cycle I will be getting some OPKs because I saw them I'm gonna get the digital ones because I don't have no kind of patience with those little cheapies. I just don't have the patience for that. So I'm gonna get the digital ones, and they sell them in bulk to me for like decent prices. You just have to shop around on Amazon. You can, you know, go through different, you know, they have different prices, and you can really get a good price so for a large amount. And so yeah, so that's what we're gonna do next cycle if, you know, I don't conceive this cycle. Okay, I'll give you guys, for those who are unaware, I wanted to share some things with you about ovulation because we are currently in ovulation week. I know this, most women who have a regular normal 28-day cycle, they usually ovulate between cycle day 10 and cycle day 16 through 17. So you never can tell exactly what date you ovulate unless you can feel it, unless you have, of course, the OPK pins pointed, and or your symptoms are just overwhelming. And so I will share some of the general symptoms that women do experience during ovulation period. Now this is just generalizing everything. It's not specific because everybody is different. And so this is according to the American Pregnancy Association. The common signs of ovulation that occur in most women: change in cervical fluid. Cervical fluid that resembles egg whites is a sign that you are near ovulation or are ovulating. Every woman can experience her own type of cervical fluid, and not all cervical fluid looks the same. Ovulation usually takes place on the day a woman has the most amount of wet fluid. Change in basal temperature. For most women, you will see that prior to ovulation, the basal temperature is rather consistent. As you get closer to ovulation, you may have a slight decline, but it will be followed by a sharp increase after ovulation. The increase in temperature is a sign that the ovulation has just occurred. Tracking your basal body temperature accurately over a few months can help you predict when ovulation is going to occur. Change in the cervical position or firmness. The cervix goes through many changes as a woman ovulates. A woman may notice the clear signs of ovulation. Her cervix will be soft, high, open, and wet. For most women, it will take some time in studying her body to be able to differentiate between what her cervix normally feels like and the changes it goes through during ovulation. And they also list some secondary signs of ovulation as well, which is light spotting for some people, light cramping or pain on one side of the pelvis, I've had this, but I don't have it consistently every single cycle. Breast tenderness, I had this. Abdominal bloating, I had it this weekend as well. And increased sex drive, I have had that as well. Heightened sense of smell, taste, or vision, I don't notice any of that part. But yeah, but seeing that we're in a TTC community, for those who are TTCing, you already have a third eye when it comes to certain things concerning your body, things that you would have overlooked or you wouldn't really pay a whole lot of attention about. Now you do, because you want to know when it's the right time to BD. And so with me, I had a hard time beginning the BDing process, because now that my cycles have lengthened, my cycle lasts like 6 days. And so that's an entire week of no sex, no nothing. And I use tampons, but still, it's like when you have a husband that's extremely well endowed, it is painful. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Big penises are just good to look at. And that's just it. Some people can handle it. I just ain't one of them. And it's extremely painful. Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do after 6 weeks once I have a child. But, Lord, I don't know. I'm going to have to get, like, cases of KY. But it's extremely hard to transition back into BDing on a regular basis. It's hard and it hurts. And so yeah. But anyway, that's what comes with, you have to have a very understanding and patient partner, not somebody who just selfish and just care about themselves or whatever. So yeah, so that, for those who are unaware of what to look for during ovulation, those are some of the things that you can look for as well. Now, another topic that I wanted to brush up on, because a lot of people are unaware. And so I just want to let you guys know that I did get the job that I was applying for, and I'm so happy, because not just about the job or whatever. And of course, I can't tell you what it is because of the weirdos. You just can't assume that the YouTube community is free from freaks. And so, of course, you have people that are gonna, be weirdos. And so you can't tell everything. And so I'm smart enough to, enjoy the internet, but just, you gotta be safe. So anywho, aside from all of that, I digress as usual. One thing that the job does offer, after 30 days of service, you do get the option of getting health insurance, which I think is awesome. And then they also offer something called short-term disability. Now, I have been racking my brain, about maternity leave for a long time, even though I am not pregnant. It's just something that we all need to prepare for, because as we all know, bills don't go away because you have a kid, or because something happens to you or whatnot. They don't go away, and people are understanding for a very short period of time, and then after that they want their money. So you have to prepare, and I am big on preparing. And so I was looking to see if I can use short-term disability in addition to maternity leave as well, and still get a paycheck. And so I've been doing a lot of research this morning. Insomnia kind of is a little benefit, because you can do so much when you're wide awake. But anyway, I digress once again. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about what short-term disability is and how you can qualify for it. And if you don't qualify, what other options you can choose, as well. Those women who do not qualify for other forms of leave, and even those who do, may want to use the benefits of short-term disability for maternity leave. Short-term disability insurance is often provided by the same employers who provide maternity leave and qualify for the Family and Medical Leave Act. Unlike maternity leave and the benefits of the Family and Medical Leave Act, the leave acquired short-term disability insurance policies offer a significant portion of the employee's salary for as long as 26 weeks. This duration outmatches anything provided by any other option. Now, I think it's absolutely wonderful. For 26 weeks is a long time, and it's a good amount of time. I just don't understand how they think a person can be on maternity leave for 6 weeks and just go back like that. Me personally, some people are cool with it. They can be off for 6 weeks or 8 weeks, and they can just go back and put their little babies in daycare or give them to family or whatever and be cool with it. I ain't cool with it. And I'm just going to put it on out there. That's not enough time. It's not enough time, especially if you're breastfeeding. It's not enough time. And 26 weeks is almost 6 months, or is 6 months. So I think that's a good amount of time to have where you can get used to everything, get acclimated to your baby, and and to the new routine, because having a child is a huge adjustment. And so I know I'm not going to be on the first thing smoking to nobody's job. And so I want to put something in place where there's still money coming in, and it's not a huge shock, because bills still have to get paid, as I said before. The amount paid out by short-term disability insurance differs from policy to policy. It may even differ between employees. On average, qualifying employees will receive anywhere from 50% to 75% of their weekly salary for as long as the benefit lasts. There may be an upper limit on how much this can be. The percentage may increase as the employee works longer for the company. Some companies pay a larger percentage for the first weeks of disability and a reduced percentage for the time thereafter. And so there are some policies that do allow women to take leave, to start their leave 1 month before they give birth, which I think is awesome, because you're in you're trying to beat the clock, you know what I'm saying? And also it's great for folks who have their children early. So you're trying to prepare and get last minute things situated. You don't want to have to worry about having to go to work, and I'm pretty sure later in pregnancy you're extremely uncomfortable and miserable, and the last thing you want to do is go sit on somebody's job. It's just my opinion. Leave acquired under short-term disability is an intermittent step between using sick leave and qualifying for long-term disability. While the former usually only covers 1 or 2 weeks in a year, the latter may only be useful for employees who are unfit to work for periods as long as several years. This is why using short-term disability benefits as a form of maternity leave is perfect for many mothers who need several months off but do not qualify as long-term disabled due to pregnancy. So I think that is awesome. You may not, because of course pregnancy is not an illness, per se. The complications of pregnancy is what, they're speaking about. So I just think that is something that we should all take into consideration, because even though I'm going to purchase and contribute to the short-term disability plan, whatever it is that I choose, I'm also going to speak to HR and get information on their policy maternity, so I can be fully versed in it. Because when you're going through your pregnancy, you just don't need to be worried about certain things. Get things done now. Don't wait till the last minute, y'all. And so that's why I can't wait to do pregnancy vlogs, so I can, give you guys the information, and based on my experience, whatever I learn, because everything is going to be pretty much brand spanking new to me. So as I experience it, I will share it, because that's just only fair, and that is the purpose of why I do videos. Not just to do videos for no reason, but to educate and give information for those who do not have access to certain things. And of course, we all learn from each other, because I learn tons of stuff from you guys. And so I want you guys to get, for those who have no clue where to begin, where to start, you can start now, while you're TTCing, because you never know when you're going to get pregnant, and you'll be so, immersed in the glow of being pregnant and just the excitement of it, a lot of times certain important decisions and things get pushed to the wayside, and then at the very last minute you're just like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? And you don't want to have to worry about how to look for a job, and you just don't want to have to worry about any of that stuff. So I think it's important. And so in addition to the insurance that I was going to purchase, I was going to put some money aside as well. And it don't take much. You don't have to put as much money as because I was going to put like $150 every, check, put that away. That's a nice chunk of change if you multiply that by 36 weeks. It's a nice chunk of change. And so whatever extra cash you have in addition to what you get from the short-term disability policy is going to help you pay your bills and just be able to do little extra things for yourself as well, because having a child is a huge thing, and it'll be nice, go to the mall, hang out, go for coffee, you have the freedom to do things, just live life, without having, be stressed out about bills and money. And so, because that's the last thing anybody wants to be stressed out about. Plus, if an emergency happens where you cannot breastfeed, or instead of you decide, okay, well, the cloth diapers are not working for us, we have to purchase real diapers. Like emergencies, things that your baby comes out larger than you expected and you need clothes, you need, what I mean? Whatever it is, you can use the money on whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But it's there. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make, that you have that security blanket there so that you won't freak out. And I am a person with much pride, and I do not like to ask anybody for anything. Asking somebody for something is like my last resort, really. I have to be like extremely desperate before I ask anybody for money or anything like that. I just don't do it. But yeah, so think about it. Let me know what you guys think about it, and for those who already have babies, let me know what you guys did, because we live in the real world. Everybody can't afford to be a stay-at-home mom, and that's just pretty much, for those of you who have husbands that make a significant amount of money and y'all can stay home or whatever, or even if you don't make a whole bunch of money but you can afford to stay home, great, more power to you. But everybody can't be like y'all. I wish we could. Ooh, I hope we could. I hope I can, child. What? Peace. I'm gone. But yeah, I just, everybody can't afford it, And in our particular situation, my husband, his paycheck covers everything, including some extras. But my paycheck will be surplus. You know what I'm saying? I'll get things for the house, things for, us, like clothes and like extra stuff that you need. But for the most part, I will be saving a large portion of, my earnings just because, for a rainy day. And so, yeah. So I think that's something that you guys really should consider before you get pregnant, or if you're pregnant now, discuss with your employer what your options are. And it's never too late. The little bit of money that you can save, it really goes a long way. And so once I do get pregnant or whatever, Lord, hopefully, I can be able to, every single experience, I will share, so that, when you guys go through it, you'll be equipped. And also, if you all have any information that you find out that could be beneficial, I'm all ears. I'm always open to lots and lots of ideas. Now, I may not follow all of them, but I respect your idea, and I'll give you a shout out. But anyway, I hope I didn't leave anything out. Sometimes, a lot of times after I finish a video, I'll be like, damn, I forgot to tell them this, I forgot to tell them that. But I can't remember anything else. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So this is ovulation week. I think I ovulated already, but we're just gonna go with the flow. And then starting on Saturday, which I think is a safe time because I don't know, ovulation is completely over. We'll be on what cycle? we'll be on cycle day 18. So I know ovulation is far from over, which I'm hoping. You know, once I do the OPK thing, I'll know for sure. But as far as I'm concerned, it'll be over. So I'll start my progesterone cream up until I get a positive pregnancy test or AF arrives, whichever comes first. We're hoping for a positive pregnancy test. But if not, I'll cry, I'll just, I'll be sad, but we'll get over it and we'll jump back on the horse and keep on keeping on. So, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below, and I will see you guys next week. Peace and hair grease. Bye.